If you say, I believe in God, and you're just an idol worshiper, you're just worshiping, you're so ignorant, you're worshiping these everyday innate objects as the supreme. It's from your confusion. The Vedic culture answers back, Namaste, I'm afraid you're confused. We see the rivers, the trees, and the cows as the irrefutable symptoms of the intelligence of the divine. According to the Vedas, according to the yogis, according to the Hindu culture, we have gone mad. This is a mad world, lacking in respect for all of the sacred helpers that were sent to us by the divine. Those sacred helpers are our best friends, they're our beloveds, they're our relatives. And as the Lakota Sioux say, the First Nation tribe of North America, who honored those three things so much as well. Matakwiasin, all my relations. This is my family. Namaste. Welcome to Vedic Vidya. My name is Jeffrey Armstrong, Kavindra Rishi. Vedic Vidya is available exclusively on Citti Media English channel on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. IST. Our topic tonight is why the Hindu culture reveres trees, cows, and rivers. Oh, what will those idol worshippers do next? Yes, when the British got to India and others, and they saw yogis and just everyday people sitting at the base of a tree, making marks on the tree and bowing down to the tree, they thought, what an unintelligent culture. They don't even know who the supreme being is, and in their confusion, they're bowing to trees. Oh, wait, it gets better. Bowing to rivers, calling the rivers by name, and making claims for the water of the rivers, that it purifies us, and that it makes our life sacred. Oh, and then the worst of all, the worst offender, of course, cows. Moo. My favorite story is the two cows are watching the yogi, and one says, well, he seems nice, but he's got the mantra backwards. Oh, moo. Aha. There's something about cows I'm pretty sure you don't know. And that is that, first of all, they eat grass. That's their favorite food. You don't have to specially grow it. If you're really nice, it grows all around you. You just water it a little and it grows and they eat it, and the best milk comes from there. But did you know that the incense, which we call dupe, is actually poop? It's cow poop. Now, wait a minute. Really? In our temples, we're burning what came out of the butt of an animal? Who knew? Who knows? That cows are entirely antiseptic. If they eat corn, that's how they're fed now by people that want to grow them and make them into food. But in India, you see, no one ate cows because the cow had a sacred role in society. And whatever the cow eats grass and just grazes naturally, their dung, as they call it, is antiseptic. It actually purifies wherever you use it. wherever you put it. It was used to clean the floor. You can use it to disinfect your bathroom. The human bathroom can be disinfected with cow poop. These are secrets, but that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning of the cow's amazing story. You see, when you milk a cow, that milk is so close to baby milk that you can use it to feed babies. Even if their mother can't feed them, the baby will stay alive. In other words, cows are the other mother. So, if you had a baby and your wife, for some reason, unexpected reason, couldn't breastfeed the baby would either die or you'd bring in someone to breastfeed as an assistant. And that breastfeeder then would sort of be the mother of the baby. Now, what if you decided to eat that breastfeeder for dinner next week? That would not only make you a cannibal, but horribly ungrateful. And what if you decided that when there were trees full of mangoes and papayas and bananas and the forests were full of food and full of wonderful things to eat and the vegetables were abundant and everywhere, but you said, no, I'm going to eat the lady who breastfed my baby. I've heard it's really good. So you see, that's no way to show gratitude to your mother, to another mother. Oh, but it doesn't end there. That should be enough. But the cow has one more specialty. Most people in Western civilization do not understand this. And it is that if you take the butter from the milk and cream of the cow, and I have personally taken raw fresh milk, put it in a jug, and shaken it until all the butter coalesced, and then a lump of butter came out, golden and beautiful. The milk was still useful and drinkable. The butter then, here's the secret, if you heat it up slowly on your stove, the substances that are in that butter float to the surface and a clear liquid is beneath them. That clear liquid is called ghee. 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 The essence of butter. But the secret of ghee is that unrefrigerated, it will last for 50 years or more. Now, before refrigerators, if you can just think back what it was like to try to have animal fat on hand. We know the body needs animal fat, but what Western civilization doesn't know is that there's a way to get that fat without killing the animal. What a bargain. I get fed, I have the substance I need, but I don't have to be violent. And I don't have to, and I'm sad to report this to you, but you must know this. If you're a meat eater, most of the meat that you're eating was from animals that were raised in torture chambers all around the country in vile conditions that you would think worse than any human concentration camp, tortured and in pain and in distress. And you're eating that and buying it from McDoggies or McDonald's or somebody's and calling it food. That's sad. That's sick. That's actually violent. And it's a violence against a species whose secret has not been even understood by the civilization that has invented fast food and spread the killing of cows around the world. Instead, the cow is our mother and makes butter, and the butter makes ghee, and the ghee prevents famine. And the ghee gives animal fat to humans, which they can just put a spoonful on their vegetables. And now you don't have to eat meat. You just get a little protein from one vegetable, some carbohydrates from another. You put the ghee on all of it when you eat it, and you're healthy. It used to be in ancient times in India that the royalty, those who were ruling at any given time, kept a 7-year supply of food grains and ghee on hand equal to the needs of the population so that there could have a 7-year famine and still feed everyone during that time. Imagine that. This is the sacredness of the cow. The cow is our mother. The cow is a personification of giving without asking in return. And I don't know if you've ever noticed how gentle they are. But I took care of a herd of cows for a year once, 13 cows. They're so affectionate. You've never had a dog or a cat that loves you the way the cows do. They're this far from human. So here we have a culture that reveres an animal that is the nurse of your baby, that saves you from famine, that asks nothing in return, that eats grass, is kind and humble, and oh yes, the bull was used to pull the plow. Before there were tractors, there were bulls. Horses don't do it so well, not good for their legs. Bulls are perfect. They pull the plow, and agriculture is based upon plowing correctly. So the bull pulls the plow. The cow does all the things I just said. The rivers were thought to be the rain come to earth. Is it not so? Is it not true that the rain comes to earth and then flows down in streams into the rivers? And so it comes from the clouds in the sky. And the sky, isn't that the symbol? Don't we call them, even if we're not religious, the heavens? We mean it's the place where something divine is going on because this water keeps going up into the air and coming back down clean. It's dirty when it goes in the air and clean when it comes back. And you can drink it and you can put it on your soil and grow food. Is this not something amazing? Is this not a miracle in nature? Could you not just bow to that and honor that the rivers and streams are like the veins and arteries in our body, that they're pumping the blood of life, the pure crystal waters, that we bathe in them, swim in them, get clean in them? These are sacred places. And trees, think about it for a moment. What does a tree exhale? Oxygen. What does a tree inhale? Carbon dioxide. What do humans exhale? Carbon dioxide. What do humans inhale or die? Oxygen. I don't know if you've ever really thought about this, because we're so sadly separate from nature now. But you see, India, Bharat, the ancient culture, lived with nature as their best friend for hundreds of thousands of years without being distanced from it the way we have been. There's been advantages in this fossil fuel era, but terrible, terrible disruptions in our loving, intimate relationship with rivers, trees, and cows. And the trees are like our lovers. They're not only or our best friend or a rescue committee come to save us, they're giving us mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. The trees are lip to lip with us. They breathe out oxygen into us. We breathe. Have you ever been on a ventilator? If you see people on a ventilator, they exhale carbon dioxide, but they can't get oxygen from the air around them, and they'll die in moments. But this is what trees are. And this is how we tend the forests. and they keep us breathing. And they are our closest friends. They're giving us mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and our carbon dioxide goes to them. So what if these amazing creatures, rivers flowing and being the basis of our life, remaining clean and sacred and tolerable and beautiful, what if those, and what if the sacred mothering of cows and the power of bulls to dig up the ground so we can grow our food, and what if trees all around us are all in an interaction with the clouds in the sky and the water coming down and flowing as the rivers and the oxygen in the trees? Can you understand that all of these are symptoms? If you say, I believe in God, and you're just an idol worshiper, you're just worshiping, you're so ignorant, you're worshiping these everyday innate objects as the supreme. It's from your confusion. The Vedic culture answers back, Namaste, I'm afraid you're confused. We see the rivers, the trees, and the cows as the irrefutable symptoms of the intelligence of the divine and the caring and love of the divine. And we know that protecting the trees, are we doing that well, by the way? Or are we in danger of losing them entirely? And protecting the rivers, how are our rivers doing? Full of poisons, full of toxins. Our fish are having mass die-offs from just the chemicals coming from our sewage, from the massive amount of chemicals flowing down just through our drains. All the fish are dying, mutating. All of the things in nature that we rest upon are endangered right now by a society that does not bow to cows or trees or rivers. And bowing isn't lip service. Bowing means honoring them as divine, seeing that they're representations of the divine, and that whatever your view of the divine, what if nature is filled with divine helpers? What if the laws of nature are really the personifications of the good wishes of the Supreme, of the ultimate being? What if all of them are the workers? What if each of them is a manifestation of some loving desire to nourish us, to clean us, to cleanse us, to give us breath, to give us life? What if they are so obvious that we're taking them for granted? What will life be without the trees? What will life be without pure water? What will life be without the sacredness of motherhood? Why are we so hard-hearted that we put animals in prisons worse than any death camp, torture them and then kill them, and live on that? According to the Vedas, according to the yogis, according to the Hindu culture, we have gone mad. This is a mad world, lacking in respect for all of the sacred helpers that were sent to us by the divine. Those sacred helpers are our best friends, they're our beloveds, they're our relatives. And as the Lakota Sioux say, the First Nation tribe of North America, who honored those three things so much as well, Matakwiasin, all my relations. This is my family. According to the Vedas, we need to now go out and apologize to the rivers, to the cows, to the trees, make amends, and make a future for human life. Vedic Vidya means shining the light of truth. Tune into Vedic Vidya on the Citti Media English channel on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. IST. My name is Kavindra Rishi, Jeffrey Armstrong. See you next time, and have a Namas day.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.